Now, here's an inside look at the news inside the news with Clarence.
Newt Gingrich made the news yet again for being a man whore, then went on to win the South Carolina primary. I told you before, his perfect running mate would be Magic Don Juan, but I digress. Marianne Gingrich, ex-wife number 2, went on Nightline and told the world that Fig Newton wanted an open marriage, thus giving him free rein to be with Calista Bissick. He'd already been having an affair with the woman for 6 years. Was that his way of telling Marianne he wanted out of the marriage? When asked about it during the South Carolina debate, Newt snapped on the moderator.
I am appalled that you would begin a presidential debate on a topic like that, to take an ex-wife and make it 2 days before the primary. A significant question in a presidential campaign is as close to despicable as anything I can imagine.
That's right, Newt. When it's wrong as 2 left shoes, when you're wrong and you know it, go on the attack. Now he's trying to play the victim, trying to divert our attention. In fact, within the time I was talking about that other BS, a black man was given a life sentence for a non-violent crime. In 2004 in California, 360 people were serving life sentences for shoplifting. You heard it right, Lindsay Lohan, shoplifting, because we weren't paying attention. More than 1 in 3 black men without a high school diploma are doing time. More black men are in prison than employed. The U.S. unemployment rate decreased, while the African American unemployment rate rose to 15%. The National Defense Authorization Act was signed into law, giving the government the right to detain persons deemed to be a terrorist threat without due process. That was done through a procedure known as a slip-to-dictomy. The Supreme Court threw out Texas election maps which favored Democrats and minorities, and the NYPD Stop and Frisk program is in full effect. We have to start paying more attention to the things that affect our lives and stop watching Kim Kardashian's ass so much. We need to know about legislation before it becomes law. We need to know who authored that bill. We need to know how they voted. It's hard to process the vast amount of information and misinformation that bombards us daily, but we all have that friend who is a political news junkie. Buy that person coffee once a week in front of a computer and chop up some knowledge. Form study groups. By the way, what's going on with the Occupy Wall Street movement? Stop complaining about what the president is or isn't doing. Put that Kool-Aid down, wipe the sleep out of your eyes, and be about what you can do. I'm doing this report as part of my contribution to society, as well as being the co-founder, along with Dear Direct, of Be Good to Women Day, which is March 27th. If you want to know more about it, go to begoodtowomen.com or begoodtowomenday.com. And if you want to be inspired, please go and take your kids with you to see Red Tails, the story of the Tuskegee Airmen. Men, take some tissue with you because you will be crying. But whatever you do, as JB said, whatsoever you do, please, for God's sake, pay attention. The quality of your life depends on it. As we take an inside look at the news inside the news.